Buongiorno, everybody. How are y'all doing today? We are here. I'm back, it's 11-ish, and we've got some beautiful pumpkins slash squashes that I got last week, and we're gonna start cooking up today. So I'm gonna give you guys a minute to come on, and then we're gonna get started, okay? In the meantime, I'm gonna get a glass of water, so hold tight. So lots of running around this past weekend. We went to see Angelina at school at Parents Weekend. That was like unofficially Parents Weekend. Everything was virtual, so instead we just went with her roommate and two friends and their parents, and we went to this awesome brewery. Can't say it. I'm only drinking water. A brewery that is called Bear Chase. It's not in Winchester, Virginia. It's just outside of there. I'm not sure what actual town it's in, but if you look up Bear Chase Brewery, and I think they might also be a winery. I'm not sure. They did have some wines. I don't know if they were actually theirs, but they did have beers that were theirs. And Pasquale got one kind of beer. It was called America. It was a very light, and me, I don't like beer a lot, and I don't like those real dark beers, but this was very nice. I had a sip of it, but I got some sangria. Sangria is a little sweeter, but actually it was kind of really sweet, so if you like sweet, it's right up your alley. So, let's get cooking. First thing we need is a big knife. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna make a pumpkin cake, like an Italian style, really moist, super pumpkin slash squash. So I brought this up before, but I'm gonna bring it up again. Zucca is the word for squash and pumpkin in Italian. So there's all the different zuccas, and I guess, a pumpkin is technically a squash. So I'm just gonna use zucca interchangeably. You can use like a pumpkin, the kind you make, that you use pies, those sweet, what do they call them, sugar babies or something, that are the little pumpkins that a lot of people make pies out of. There's also another one, and I don't know what it was called back in the day when I used to buy it. It was a tan one, but I'm betting that it was a fairy tale squash. It was all tan, but it was very smooth, all one color, so I'm not sure if that's true or not. This one here is a princess squash, or princess pumpkin. And this one is the one that I've been raving over recently. This is a Hubbard. So today we're gonna make the cake out of one of these. I'm gonna cut them open and compare them on the inside, because we did the little talk about them, when I went to the farm last week. So we're gonna look at the insides. One of them we're gonna make the cake with. The other one we're gonna cut, and we're gonna make, we're gonna start some squash or pumpkin jam. So what we're gonna do is we're going to cut it up, and we're gonna set it, because it's gonna sit overnight in the sugar, and then we're gonna finish making it tomorrow. So let's see. Let's push the big flat one down first, because I've cut a Hubbard in half before. So let's see if I can do this with my sore shoulder. Ta-da! So I got my oven already on, because what we're going to do is we're going to slice this up. I think we're going to do this one for the cake. Now, Hubbard squashes are supposed to be really good for a pumpkin pie, so I've got 2 more of them that I'm going to save for closer to pumpkin pie time. Although we'll probably make them before Thanksgiving, because I want you to know how to make them in a good way. Okay, let's see here. Isn't this fun watching me cut a big giant thing? I could do like all the other cooking shows and have it already cut up and looking really nice in a little bowl, but I like doing it real. Ta-da! All right, look at that. So there's a good amount of seeds in here, but there's a good amount. See how thick the flesh is? So, just going to, and this flesh, this seed stuff inside is not, you know, it's not kind of that sliminess that a regular pumpkin is. It's very dry, comes right off the pulp, real easy. And let me get a bowl to put that in. I'll just put it in this pan because it's handy. Here, I'm letting you see. There you go. See, it comes right out. You've got this beautiful, nice big flesh of thing. All right, this one I'm going to set aside for the moment because I think half is going to be enough. So this actual recipe, that's so cool looking though, isn't it? Looks like something. Like you could set it up and it could be like a shadow box with the cool stem on top. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I'm sorry. I love the beauty of all this stuff. All right. So what we're going to do with this, let's see which way it's going to cut easier. Like this way. Yeah. There we go. I'm cutting them a little thick. I should cut them thinner so that they will cook faster. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put these on a baking sheet. And we're going to throw them in the oven. Let them cook up and soften and get ready for our cake. But wait till you see the cool flavor profiles that are in this recipe. Okay, here we go. Getting down to the softer side. The smaller side, I should say. It's easier to cut. There, and now I have this little cute topper. Looks like a little pumpkin. Little pumpkin hat. Okay, so we've got that. Let me get my little peeling knife. So, I have just been having, I have to tell you, so much fun looking up. Like, I have a lot of pumpkin recipes because I love cooking with this stuff. But I've been looking up new stuff, you know, because I like to expand my repertoire and make new things. You know, I think I'm going to cut these a little smaller, and a little thinner, so that they'll cook faster for us. So anyway, so I have to go to a wedding this weekend in New Jersey, and hopefully all will go well. It's up at the very border, and it's on a farm and a barn, so it's going to be all outside, so I'm not too concerned. You know, and I'll take my little, oh, maybe I need a fancier mask for a wedding, huh? Not my Italian flag, maybe it's not cool. So what we're gonna do, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna weigh these because we want approximately 500 grams of pumpkin, which I'll tell you how much that is. Well, 500 grams is about a pound. We know that because your average pasta bag is 500 grams. And so, there you go. It's a pound. Which is basically half a kilo. Well, 500 grams is half a kilo. I love playing with my measurements. It's the only math I know how to do. I'm not very good at math otherwise. So anyway, so after we're done getting these in the oven, we're gonna start, we're gonna carve up our other one, and we're gonna look at the inside of that one. And we're gonna start cutting that up, and we're gonna cube it and get it ready for our jam. Because after we have our pumpkin jam, we're gonna make some cool stuff. Okay, got the scale. Let's start stacking these babies up. Oops, might help if I turn it on. Whoop. Okay, 2, 3, 4, oh, 250. I'll turn this, it's fun. All right, look at that, 504 grams, that's pretty good. So what I'm gonna do though, oops, because it's gonna cook down, I'm gonna throw this extra piece I don't know if the weight changes when you bake it as much as it does otherwise. All right, so looks like I might have to make 2 cakes today because, you know, got to give one away or something. I've got all this stuff. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. First of all, the coolest people in the world are down at Parsons Farm, down the road, and officially in Dagsboro, Delaware, on Route 20. And, you know, they were so nice to give us a little tour of all the pumpkin types that maybe we're gonna have to just take them some of everything I make out of all their pumpkins, their squashes. All right, I'm just cutting these thinner so that they will bake a little quicker. And then I'm gonna show you something really cool I'm gonna do with these right now that's gonna add such a cool flavor to this cake. Yeah, I know, it usually cuts better on a cutting board. Yeah, that would be wise. But I already had them on the pan, you know. All right, I've cut them thinner because we want them to bake quicker. Okay, so I'm gonna spread these out flat. So we're gonna sprinkle these with some sugar. Just a little bit, you know, caramelize a little. Give them some flavor while they're in the oven. So just have a little thin layer on all of them. And now we're gonna take some of my nice, if you have fresh rosemary, that's fine, but dried is fine also, and I dried this from fresh. So you could put a little sprig on top of each one, or just a couple of needles on each one. It's gonna give it a really cool, sweet, and savory kind of flavor that is just, you know, I'm just gonna stick that whole branch in there too, just to aromatize the whole thing. Let's see, put that there, pick these up, and just give it a little bit of rosemary flavor. So here they are. And again, you can use a nice fresh rosemary, which I'm out of because I ordered some of my boxes late. So needless to say, I'm gonna throw these in the oven right now. So right now that's on a 375 oven heat temperature. So that should do us. Should cook it pretty quick. I'm just gonna put these in here for now because we're gonna cut up the other one. I could use this same one and that would be the wise thing to do, but I really wanna show you all the different kinds of things that we're working with since we spent all this time over at Parsons Farm in order to learn about. Sucker's heavy, man. You know, look at how much this weighs. Let's just have some fun here. Let's see. So, unit pounds. I don't know if this is actually big enough of a scale. Oh, this is a 10.26, so 10.3 pound pumpkin. That's 10 pounds, this little guy. It's like a big bag of flour or something. Okay, here we go. Next one. So we're gonna start at the top. Well, this one cuts through nice and sort of easy. It's always this just at the knob at the top that's hard. Okay. This cuts through. You can tell there's a lot of flesh in there. Go. Oh wow, look at that's a lot of flesh. Look at the inside of this one. So see how skinny now this is a whole different color. This is not quite as orange as the Hubbard. So the Hubbard's definitely a darker color Like if you can see that. So see the difference in the color? Ooh, it has a different... All right, so this has a little bit more of a pumpkin-y smell to it. This has like a, I don't know, it sounds weird, almost like a lemony tinge to the pumpkin. It's definitely a different, not crazy different, but definitely different flavor. All right, let's set that there. All right, oh wow, look at the size of these seeds, they're huge. Okay, so let's cut this this way. I'm not necessarily a pumpkin carving professional. These are huge seeds. Wow, those would be great to roast or to save and plant. Maybe I'll plant some of my own next year. Princess. Yeah, but you know, I, like my friends over at Parsons, I'll let them grow them, I'll cook them. I'll grow other stuff. So you know what I'm gonna do, I think I might make a mixture for the jam. Although I do want to kind of see how they come out different. Maybe I'll make a little bit of Princess jam and a little bit of Hubbard jam. I think that's what I'm gonna do. And we'll compare them when we're done. Okay, so move that out of the way. Put those in my little cup there. It wasn't quite as big and fleshy as the other one. So let's cut this into skinnier pieces so I can cut them, peel them. So what I want you guys to do is go get some pumpkins, some squashes like these, and get ready because we are gonna do some more stuff this week and over these next couple weeks. Next week we'll definitely do something Halloween or something like that. Maybe we'll make some pumpkin cookies next week. If you live in a neighborhood where you know the kids and the kids know you, I always used to make baked goods, but put my personal information, like a little card on them. That way I could, they knew where it came from, they knew which house, they knew who it was so-and-so's mom, and that way you don't have to be afraid of, oh, somebody's gonna just throw it away because they don't know where it came from. If you're gonna make something homemade, make it and say it's from you, so then people aren't scared to eat it. But I don't know if anybody's going trick-or-treating this year. Different parts of the country. I know you guys are all from different parts of the country. Are they doing trick-or-treating? Or if not, Halloween parties or, or trunk parties or stores or whatever. They're doing different things these days. This peels nice and easy. It's all about, peeling something like this, it's all about your tools. This is my little Opinel vegetable knife. It's got a little curve to it, can you see? This thing cuts vegetables that I have to do by hand like this so nice. The curve just hugs the flesh of the vegetable, and it just peels so nice. So I don't know if it's actually this pumpkin is easy to peel or if it's my cool knife. Opinel is a French company which I love, and I'm trying to do something, together with them, but their processes, I guess because they're French, I don't know, I'm just kidding. Their process of getting, they wanted to do something, but the process of doing it is just kind of complicated, so I didn't have time because we were getting ready to move. So what I want you to do is get your stuff together so you can then do it along with me. So if you get a chance today to go out and get a pumpkin, go get one, cube it up, and do what we're gonna do to it now, and let it sit till tomorrow. And tomorrow you can cook with me. We can, one more piece, and we'll finish making our jam. Because later on, once we have this jam made, we got some stuff we're gonna make with it. You know that fruit tart we made last week with the, what do we use, apricot? You could totally use this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cube these up and put them in this jar. So, Italian jams and things often have chunks in them, but then you can also get the smooth. So this is totally up to you. You can make them in small pieces. It's gonna cook and it's gonna break down. Or you can make it bigger pieces and you can totally mash it at the end and make it more like a puree, like a jelly type of jam, you know, a smooth jam. So it's up to you how you want to make it. The process is the same. So did you know that Halloween supposedly has its roots in Christianity? So a lot of Christian friends of mine used to say, oh, Halloween's all evil. I guess it all depends on how you want to interpret it. But it was, you know, All Hallows Eve. It was a day of remembrance of those, you know, because November 1st is All Saints Day, and November 2nd is All Souls Day, and you know, they just remember the dead, but in a positive, in a loving way. That's how we're gonna treat Halloween, more lovingly. And because those who have gone before us are the ones that taught us how to do all this kind of stuff, so we have to hold them in high regard. So this is going to be princess jam. Maybe I'll take some to my princess. You know what I was wondering as I was looking through 7 million recipes of my own and things? Wouldn't it be fun to make some pumpkin cello, zuccacello? So like limoncello, we'll soak some of this in some grain alcohol. Pull that. I bet you the Hubbard squash seems to me so far has the deepest flavor. But we're going to test them all out this week. And okay, last piece that's kind of thick, cut it smaller. Piece I left on the counter. Hold on, another piece on the counter, another piece on the, there we go, 3 pieces. All right, so now we're going to add, let's see how much sugar. 350 grams. It's kind of a lot, but it is a jam. So, ounces, milliliters, grams. Okay, so let's get some sugar out. You know, actually, because I don't think that this is a kilo of zucca. Yeah, so I'm not going to do a whole, I'm just going to put 250 grams. Boom. Okay. What we're going to do is we're just going to spread this around, let it fall down inside. Everything's got sugar on it already because it just slid right between them all. Oh, I think it's going to be nice. Sugar all over my hands. So I'm going to set this aside for now, but I'm going to cover it and put it in the refrigerator overnight. I'm going to wash my hands, so hold on. Okay, so we are cruising along here. Let's get rid of all this stuff. Boop. Doop, doop. All right, now let's get, well, first, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to test the zucca in the oven. I'm sure it's not done yet, but you never know. Ooh, hot. Now I'm steamed up. Look at my glasses. Okay. Oh, wow. That's literally almost done. It helps that I did it nice and, okay, wait a minute. It helps that I cut them nice and smooth, but the knife went in it very quickly. So I'm going to give them a little bit longer to kind of, but boy, you can really smell the rosemary. It smells so nice. That's going to really be a cool cake flavor. So, all right, let's get the rest of the batter put together, because then the zucca is the last part. We're going to mash it up and put it in. Then we're going to throw it in the oven, and then we're going to go sit and chit-chat for a little bit. So we are going to start with our, let's see, sugar and eggs. We're going to start with that, and then we'll add all the rest of the stuff in. So back to the sugar. I'm just sugaring it up today, but still, it's still very low sugar in the grand scheme of things. So 150 grams of sugar, which is, let's see, this is 1/3. 1, So basically 2/3 cup sugar, okay? But it's just, there we go, 2/3. I was a little short. So 2/3 cup sugar, and we're gonna put in 3 eggs. So I've got a little bowl here with a pumpkin seed in it that I was going to break my eggs in, because I like to break them in something quickly, separately, quickly. What the heck am I saying? 1. Might help if I put the sugar in the bowl. 1, 2, and 3. Oops. Almost dropped the shell in there, but did not. Okay. So, 3 eggs. We're going to whisk this stuff together here. Okay. Now we're going to add, hold on, let me move some of my big giant zuccas out of the way here that are kind of blocking my workspace. There we go. All right, so this recipe calls for some almond flour, which I just happen to have. So we are going to use a little bit of that. Now this is not a gluten-free recipe, but it does have some almond flour, which gives it flavor, texture, and a little protein, you know? So let's see here. We are putting in 75 grams of almond flour, which of course is usually heavier than regular flour. Let's see. No, that's not enough. Maybe it's not heavier. Who knew? Let's see if that's 63. So that's an overflowing, so it's probably a 1/2 cup. I'm using a 1/3 cup measure here. Ta-da! Oops, let's do this, since I kind of spilled it over. All right, so I'm gonna throw in an extra teaspoon, just I like the way that is. So, almond flour. We are going to, now what I'm going to do is here, I'm putting the dry stuff here. I'm not going to mix it all together until I put it all in. So, we've got some baking powder. We're going to put in 1 teaspoon of baking powder. That was kind of small, because I was just using a regular spoon. Okay, and then we're going to put in a little bit of regular flour and some beautiful spices. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put in some cinnamon. So probably about a teaspoon of cinnamon. That looks about good. Oh, now this did call for some chopped nuts. I wasn't sure if I was in the mood for chopped nuts in the cake, but I think I'm going to do it. So it called for hazelnuts. I don't have any hazelnuts. So I'm going to just chop up some, I have macadamia nuts and I have some almonds. So what do you think? I'm thinking I'm going to put a couple of macadamias in. Why not? Oh no, no, I think I'm going to use up my almonds. I'm close to the end here. So what we're going to do is take my handy dandy chopper and we're going to put in, it called for 150 grams. I'm using what I have. I'm actually going to do it in the little case instead of on the board this time. It has a little lid on it. You can also do this. So this is my Pampered Chef chopper. So if anybody wants one, contact me. You can do it in here, or you can do it in a food processor. This wasn't that much. Ooh, nice. A little more. If you're angry, if you're happy, woo! If you're sad, no, be happy. Get your energies out. All right. I think there's a couple big pieces in there. What the heck? Now I'm getting angry. Okay, there we go. Look at that. There's a couple big pieces on top. I'm just going to take them out. So these are nice. You can see it's a nice chop with 2 random whole that didn't even get chopped up. I'll eat them later. Okay, let's just double check here. Oops, the 3rd one. No, that's real. Okay. Hey, I could have left that in there. You could leave it in a whole almond just as long as nobody's gonna break their tooth on it. Say, okay, who finds the nut? Get a prize. Get a second piece of cake. All right, and then we're gonna put in a little bit of regular flour. So 175 grams of flour. I know, I'm doing this kind of, I don't know. I'm like a little, I don't know, I think I'm off kilter today. But this is okay because we're cooking. So that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Actually, you know, I'm going to try to tell you how much this is. So, 1 cup of evenly, 1 cup is 137. So it's a cup and a quarter. 175 grams is approximately a cup and a quarter. So we're going to throw this in. Oops, we already put our cinnamon in. So all that's left is our wet, with the rest of our wet, which is the some oil and the milk. So we've got this in now. I've got this kind of stirred up. Now, see? Now I'm going to add the milk in a steady stream while I'm stirring. Okay. And we're going to mix this up. And last but not least, olio di semi, 150 milliliters, which this actually shows it on my little, whoop, my little cup here. Let's go to the right side. 150 milliliters, which is approximately half a cup. So this is sunflower oil, olio di semi, oil of seeds. I'm putting in half of it, stirring it up. Make sure you get all your flour. Nice density to this. I can see where it's going to be moist. And here we go. Then we just have our last ingredient to put in here, our rosemary flavored pumpkin. But I want to get all the oil mixed in first. Just don't overeat it. Just enough that it's just all mixed in. Okay, let's get all this stuff out of the way. Because now we are going to get our zucca out of the oven. I'm going to set this here for just a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I just cannot even begin to tell you how good this smells. So here's our zucca that's lightly sugared. Oh my gosh, so excited. All right, Mr. Processor. And we're gonna do this the easy way. Now usually you can mash this with a fork. It'll have some texture to it. So we're just gonna wipe off the rosemary here because we don't want that actually in. Let's see here. We're not actually putting that in. We just wanted it to give the essence of. Okay, and let me get some tongs. My Italian tongs, they're like tweezers, aren't they cool? Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's nice. Take the seeds, take the rosemary off, and then just put the pieces in. This cooled off really quickly. I thought they were gonna like hold the heat and be really hot to handle. I cut them so thin, the whole pan's cooling off fast. This is good. Okay. I'm so excited that we're able to do this all at one time right now. And you can actually see that by the time we prepped something else and got the rest of our batter ready, these were already done. And it does just make a difference. Just cut them thinner and they'll be done quicker. And that's that. You know, squish that piece in half. That was very done. And last 2 pieces here. Okay, so, oh wow, yum, ooh, that hint of rosemary, oh, to die for. Okay. Put that in, and, whoops, just gonna pulse it a few times. Wow, that just mashed down so nice and easy. All right, and last, okay, pan is, whoops, dropped mine. It's a little warm. Move this over. Appropriately, I have an orange spatula, so we're gonna put this in the batter now. Oh gosh, this smells so good. A little piece there. Oops, let's do this. Okay. Put this all in here. Oh my gosh, the color is just beautiful. It's almost neon. Look at that. How pretty that came. Okay, we're just gonna mix this in. Woo! Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. And you know, just, I didn't totally kill it. So it's got some little, you know, little chunks, little teeny weeny chunks in it. I think it's just gonna be amazing. You know, this would be really good with is raisins. I love raisins, but I'm gonna make this one plain today, just because. So I'm gonna put this in a spring form. I'm just gonna put a little oil in the bottom. And I'm just going to spread it all around. And you know, I think just for fun today, see, this is how we do it. Just do what you like. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of the almond flour in here. Let's see how this works. A little bit more. And then just go around the sides. It's funny, it makes like little balls. Okay, there we go. So I've got my almond flour. It's not necessary. I usually just oil them, but I thought this would be fun. Let's see, I'm gonna get this all in here. You already make this nice and thick, nice deep one. Okay, now I'm going to get my, always use your rubber spatula. You get almost like another slice out of it. Look at all that. I watch on TV, I watch in other shows, and they just, you know, get the bulk of it out. And I'm like, man, you gotta clean the bowl. What a beautiful color this is. There we go. A little chunk in there. There was one little chunk on here from the food processor. So we're gonna throw this in the oven. Look how pretty it is. It's a real pretty batter. Let me see if I can show you up close. I don't know, can you see it? So this is going in the oven at 375. I'm gonna put it in the middle. And that's that. So now we have our pumpkin cake in the oven. We have our other pumpkin or squash. Both of them are squashes. You know what? I have to taste the batter. Ooh, yeah. That was really good. That was really good. And again, you know me, Not too sickeningly sweet. Really just right. We have our other squash macerating. You know what that means? Like coming together with. Kind of like marrying. I wonder if I could macerate people. I'm like the sugar, my husband is like the pumpkin. We're gonna macerate and become sweeter all together. Yeah, okay. Anyway. Whoops. So let's go sit down and chat for a few minutes and see if I can survive this rest of this day. Oh, you want to know what's really cool? I'm really excited. Behind me over here, see that painting right there? I painted that. That's my village of Roseto. So anyway, it's just some stuff I'm starting to find as we finish unpacking. So, it rained last night, and my window open, sound was a little pitter patter, and it's also nice. But I woke up today and I was like, frizzball. So anyway, now mind you, I did not do the Life is Beautiful painting. That is a Banksy print. Banksy's a famous artist that does graffiti art started in England. But funny, I think it was yesterday, my son Tino is in, where was he? He's all over the world. I think he was in Salt Lake City, maybe. And he saw an original Banksy on a wall, so he took a picture and sent it to us all. But I'm trying to get more. But so that's the Banksy over here, and that's my little Roseto picture behind me, behind my cookbooks. Because I haven't hung anything up yet, so everything's just kind of standing around. I have a few paintings I've done, but it's been fun. So let's see. So today I'm still in, I've just moved mode and still in, kind of crazy mode. So like this weekend, we not only went to see Angelina on Saturday, but on Sunday, we were in Maryland at our last storage unit and got the last of our furniture, which actually has been in, I'm not even gonna say how long it's been in storage. I could have bought all new stuff, but I have it's in a truck in front of my house right now. I got my dining room table, which is 8 feet long. And I've got a few other, like all my shelves. So all the stuff that's sitting in boxes on the floor right now actually will have a home as soon as I get my shelves in the house. My dining room table, some other some other cabinets, some chairs, so I have my furniture, and that makes me, my dining room, that's like critical. My baker's rack that I used to keep all my cookbooks on. So I'm really happy because now I have cookbooks, as you can see, stacked in piles behind me, and more boxes of them in the garage. And I'm catching a lot of crap for how many cookbooks I have. But I use them. So, the love of my life is my cookbooks. I have my Julia Child autographed one. I have my chef Jose Andres autographed ones. I got to meet him. I got to meet Julia Child, so it makes me very happy. My Julia Child, though, and Nick Malgeri, the Italian pastry chef, he's amazing too. So I feel very blessed that I have those, but my Julia Child cookbook really, truly is one of my prized possessions. I'm not usually that, enamored with famous people or in awe of people, but you know what? Julia Child actually taught people to cook. She wasn't about, let's see how we can beat so-and-so famous chef in 30 minutes with jelly beans. No. She was about really, truly teaching you how to cook with her glass of vino and my bottle of water. And, she was really, truly about sharing French cooking. And me, I want to share Italian cooking, but I also want to share cooking basics with everybody because it's so important. So, and then of course, Chef Jose Andres, he's done such wonderful things with his World Kitchen, World International, I don't know. But anyway, it's something World Kitchen, where he takes you know, tons of people down, and he goes and cooks for the masses in Puerto Rico and in, gosh, where else did he go? Was it Haiti or somewhere? I don't know. Wherever there's a disaster after the hurricanes, when there's no electricity. Puerto Rico was really a big one. And he served millions of meals to people who had no electricity. Some of them didn't even have houses, all that kind of stuff. So again, he's somebody that I'm impressed by, his desire to help mankind. You know, the other chef I love is Jamie Oliver, because, you know, he's not Italian, you know, very not, but with his British accent, he does make a pretty good sauce. I'm just, no, I love the fact that he, you know, has spent a lot of time in England trying to better the meals for children and making sure that kids eat well and eat right and all that. So to be a chef is a beautiful, wonderful thing. But, and it is awesome, and it's a great career. It's a tough one. It's a hard one. It's lots of hours. It can be crazy if you're working in some big fancy restaurant in New York City. Even if you're in a little teeny restaurant in Ocean City. There's some big ones there too, though. But anyway, what's really important is no matter what your skill is in life, if you have something that you do well and you can take it and somehow share it and help people, or even if it's not with your skill, maybe it's just because you're lucky enough to have a good job that helps you, you know, take care of your family, but then take some time out and do something, whether you do a fundraiser with your coworkers or, you know, whatever it might be. It's really, we got to give back. We have to give back. We are not put on this earth just to say, what can I do for me? You know, so we really, really need to help people. So if you're on here today and you're watching for the first time, please say hello, because I love seeing, you know, new names show up, and okay, everybody, I got to say this. I'm like 4 people away from hitting 900 on my YouTube channel. I've got about 6 videos that are getting ready to pop up there right now. They're been edited by my new little editor, and I'm behind on making the little slate that goes at the beginning to make it look cool. So those are going up there today, hopefully. And but I need to hit 1,000. That's my goal. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers. So I'm almost to 900, which then makes me almost to 1,000 if I can just get over that hump. So I just need 4 subscribers to hit 900 on YouTube. So youtube.com/dorinaskitchen. So please share it. Just do me that favor. And then when we hit 1,000, when I get to 999, whoever's my 1,000th subscriber is going to get a prize. I don't know what. Maybe I'll send you a cake. Hopefully it'll be somebody local and I can cook you a meal. If not, you know, we'll figure something out. But yeah, a prize for number 1,000. But don't sit back and wait now. Help me get there. And then we'll figure it out. Actually, all of you have been wonderful. And I've had a lot of fun with this. So it's been great. So anyway, I think we're going to go take a quick peek at the cake before I sign off. I have all the recipes I've done this last week. I have not done a blog post to post the recipes, but I will get that done this week. Last weekend was parents' weekend for Angelina. This coming weekend I have to go to 2 weddings. So, hi Beth. So anyway, so I will get the recipes up this week, I promise. If not, you're just gonna have to very carefully rewatch me and pause and write things down. I'm just kidding. You know, I don't usually spend a lot of time saying hi to everybody, but you know, I was just saying how much I really appreciate all of you. And so today I just felt like saying hi to everybody. Oh, it is so gloomy today. I don't know if you can't really see it, but it's kind of just like a blah, you know, gloomy day. And, what are we going to do the rest of the day? Let's go see what our cake is doing. And then I'm going to sign off because I'm going to start writing my blog posts so I can get these recipes out to you, because I'm telling you, this is going to be good. Let's go see. I will show it to you. It's not done yet, but let's see here. Hold on. Let's see if I can turn this around. There it is. It's cooking away, making some little bubbles there. Pretty color. See? All right. Not too bad. So it's definitely going to a little longer. But thank you all for being here today. I kind of went long, but I did start late, so I'm sorry. But I'm going to start getting a little better at that. So anyway, have a wonderful day. Make something, share it with somebody, invite somebody over. You know, that's what it's all about. At the table. All right. Buona giornata, everybody. Love you.